Good morning. We're here at Longdean School this morning to talk to their students and to show you what a new build looks like, because this could be something like we're going to get at Tring School. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Alan.
I'm Dylan.
I'm Mia.
I'm Walter.
I'm Ben.
I'm Roxy.
I'm George.
And I'm Eve, and we're representing Claydon.
And we're here representing Wadston.
We're representing Ascot House.
We're representing Halton House.
Looking at Longdean School's new build.
What are the best parts of being in the new build?
I think for me, the best parts of being in the new build are the classrooms, because we've got all new chairs and tables and just everything there's new.
I just like how clean it is mostly, because the old building there was like gum and litter everywhere, so it's nice to have somewhere really just, clean to work.
And it's good how it's like all in one building rather than spread out across different sites.
For me, the best thing is like the new facilities, people that are interested in performing arts and like the art classrooms.
Yeah, I like the two halls we have as well, because sometimes, I remember when it was raining, we would go to like one of them instead of doing PE in the sports hall.
The best part for me was when we moved to the building. In the old building, it was very, very cold. So when we came here, it was all new heating, and like in the summer, you'd be able to open windows. The classrooms would be useful. So that was the
The best thing for me was how clean and tidy it is. Everything was really organised and nothing was out of place or broken.
How did the build affect your classes?
I mean, it was difficult going into like new classrooms and stuff, but the actual class itself didn't really change. Everything kind of stayed the same, and atmosphere and all that.
Well, we've got some better facilities as well, like in computing and science, which kind of helps us with experiments and stuff, which is good.
In the new building, we've got a lot more light in the classrooms. Personally, I found that I could focus a lot more in a classroom, and I think as the students respected the building a lot more, meant that there was less distraction in the lessons and things weren't getting broken in the classroom as well.
Well, the classroom's so much bigger, so it's easier, it's more room for the class. It's just so much more nicer because it's such a big class, so you can have, I mainly have a small class as well, so some of my classes were 15 people in, so I've got 30, so it's really nice to be separated.
And it's easier to control the class, so it's not as noisy.
How do you think the teachers cope with the changes involved with the new build?
So we've got a lot more rules in the school. There's a lot more policies on our behaviour. You have to treat the building in a certain way.
Yeah, because if you think the school has put a lot of money towards the building, it wouldn't be right for them to just let the students get away with a lot of things. Our head teacher he's got a big job on his hands really, because he's got to make sure everyone is following the rules, and people might say he's being really harsh and stuff, but it's his job.
I think the teachers liked it. They seemed most happy about getting the new building.
Did you speak to your parents about the new build and what did they think?
They're really excited for the new build because when we had to go looking through Longdean, see what secondary school we need to go to, we was kind of wasn't too sure if we wanted to go to Longdean because of the building, because they're all separate, so it's hard to get around. But then we heard about the new building, we really wanted it.
And I think because of the new build, it's given us more opportunities because it's bigger.
I think everyone seemed on board. There wasn't really many people that disagreed with getting a new build.
Lots of people were happy just to have somewhere new to work,
So our parents did see all the plans. It was visible when we came to parents' evening in year 6 and year 5 when we came round to see the school. All the plans were available for the parents to see what the school would look like and what their children would be moving into. And it was all very positive feedback. All the parents were really happy that their children could go here, and the amount of year 7s that have joined is more now because of how new our building is.
Yeah, I think parents want their children to go to a new building more than something that's worn out.
What part of the new build doesn't work for you?
For me, I think it's the canteen. I think we all agree with it. That the canteen probably wasn't thought through quite a lot. It has developed. Yeah, they have tried to make it better, but it's just still a bit small. The queues are very long.
And for when it's really cold, all of us are going to want to be in here or around the school. But this room is the only place that we can eat in and outside.
The stairs can sometimes get quite crowded where people go up and down them.
Yeah, we do have a one-way system.
But
Which has helped. It has helped.
It seemed a bit clinical at first because everything was so white and clean and it was all in a block. But the teachers have started to put up, well, not really decorations, but it started to make it a bit more homey now.
And when we first moved in, it was like, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this.
Yeah.
But now it's not do whatever you want, but it's kind of, we know what we should and shouldn't do.
It took me a good few weeks to work out where everything was.
Yeah, because it was just like, we just got in there and then we were like, oh, where is everything? But
and there's 4 floors, so it took me a while to realise that science is on the 2nd floor, maths is on the lower ground. It was just confusing.
What's one of the things you wish that was included in the new build but wasn't?
I personally wanted a swimming pool, which is
I did
a bit
as well. I always
yeah.
I wanted a swimming pool as well. Yeah. We have a dance studio, but it's not exactly a dance studio. It's more an activity studio because there's no mirrors and stuff. But so I personally would have liked a dance studio. But
It's a hard one.
That's quite good. Maybe a slightly bigger canteen because
So
because of the
big
space.
ones.
It's just it would be nice if everyone had enough room to eat inside.
Like if people had, for instance, 6th formers can go in the queue, but I wish there was a certain queue for each year group because it gets so crowded and then people get angry at people for pushing in the queue and then it's
Are you involved in the planning of the new build, and if so, how did you assist in the planning?
we weren't so much involved in the planning, but they made it very aware that we were getting a new build and what it was going to look like, so we weren't in the dark completely.
We had several assemblies about it, so we knew everything that was happening.
We just started year 7 when we were about to move into the build. So quite a lot of the thought process had already gone in. I seem to remember we were asked a few things, but it wasn't anything major.
Did students help with any fundraising for the new build, and if so, what was the
So since we've been at this school, we haven't done any fundraising. We're not really sure. Yeah.
I feel like the charity walks may have gone towards some of that.
We do our charity walk every year, so that some of that money probably helped towards that as well. But yeah, I'm not sure.
Do you prefer the old building or the new building?
I think there's certain aspects of the old building that I would have liked to bring over to the new building.
Yeah.
But the new building is still good and I do like it.
Definitely the new building.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it.
I definitely prefer the new building. The thing I liked about the old building, that I do miss, is we could walk to lessons outside, so it's you get fresh air and you can
Get some space.
you get some space you can think about, and if you you can revise for your lesson quickly. Whereas here it's good, but on the stairs it gets really crowded and you get pushed about. So that's the one thing I miss. But otherwise the new building is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And finally, do you have any advice for students at Tring School going into a new build?
Respect it. Know how lucky you are to have a new building.
Be prepared for the difference, because it's definitely not going to be the same. It's going to feel different at the start. You're going to get lost, everyone got lost, but you will get used to it and it will be fine and you'll really enjoy it because you'll be warm, you'll have great new classrooms, you'll feel more focused and
really
feel
good
more
Enjoy it, be respectful of it, because you have to realise that you can't damage it.
If you damage it, then it's for next generations to come. It's not gonna.
I think that you're affecting
they're not
their
gonna feel as
learning.
happy as we do.
It's a privilege.
Just think
Just
of
got to
it
get on with it.
as a new opportunity and
Just go into it open-minded, really. Just don't expect too much and don't expect too little as well. Just go in there and just get on with it.
Make good use of the facilities as well, because they're really, really useful.
So we've arrived back at Tring School. What do we think are the best parts about the new build?
I like the nice clean open feel to the building with the wide corridors.
There's a lot more like open planned and looks a lot more professional than Tring does at the moment.
I liked how it was all one building and there wasn't like walkways over everywhere. It had a nice modern design.
I liked how all the lockers are in central places. I liked how all the blocks are named.
So how do you think it's going to help you with your learning at Tring School?
I think it's going to bring a nice clean working environment so we can focus on our work.
It will help me be more successful when I come to my exams.
I think everyone's attitudes will be more positive, like in a new environment, a lot nicer.
It's going to give us more opportunities to learn new things.
Yeah, it's going to give us more facilities to help us learn.
I think the new environment will greatly help our learning. I think it will help because it will encourage you to do more and learn more in the environment.
So guys, thank you very much for everything. Are we excited about our new build?
Yeah.